What's your full name?
My name is, my last name is Ingabire,
And where are you from?
Burundi.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Just so you know, I was not ready for this, so I'm just gonna improvise and find something to talk about. So, like I said, my name is Hugues Ingabire. I was born in Burundi, a country in the eastern region of Africa, and I was born in 1992. And that's where I grew up until the year of 2013 when I moved to the state of Maine. And I've been here ever since, and I understand that we're talking about new Mainers and how it feels like to be at a place where you've never been before, and how does that work. And because I understand that some people might not ever had an experience like that, some others might have, but personally, the time I got here, it was tough because English is not my first language. It's not even my second. It's my third. So the beginning was really hard, but I've got people who always believed in me and who've encouraged me to learn the English language, because the first thing that you need to do when you get to a new place is to learn the language, because how are you going to communicate if you can't speak? Because I remember that in the beginning I went at a place and I was trying to explain a case manager at a refugee services something that I wanted, and I couldn't say what I wanted, and that feeling hurts so much, because it's not like I have any disability, but I need to learn that language. But until you learn that language, there's no way you're gonna communicate. And if you can't communicate, people cannot know about you, and it can be difficult. I'm sorry. So that day they had to find me an interpreter, and I left that place with a commitment to learn this new language and be able to communicate independently. Thank God I can do it today, so that's a good thing. Thank you. So my beginnings in the United States was hard in a way that I didn't have any family, I didn't know anyone, and pretty much I had to start my life from scratch. Everything I've ever known was left behind, and I had to learn a new culture, learn about new sports such as baseball and football, things that I've never known before, learn the language, like I said, and also learn the culture, how people communicate. Like Billy said, back home, we don't make eye contact with elderly people or parents or people we respect. But here, you gotta make that eye contact, which in our culture is disrespectful. So those things I had to learn, and yeah, now I think that I have a pretty good understanding of what to do when with classic American people. So yeah, it's been such an amazing experience. Today I was talking with one of my advisors at school, and I was telling them I don't understand how I made it from home to here, because the experience of being on an airplane for the first time on my own, a young individual who is 20 and coming all the way to the United States with no support whatsoever, and my English was not yet English. It was something similar to English, I would say, because yes, honestly, because I remember how I got lost in New York, and I was trying to ask someone to let them use their cell phone, and they couldn't understand it. You know what I mean? I had to figure out a way to sign what I was trying to say. So, and I always ask myself, how did I do that? How did I go through that situation? And I think that for some reason I had too much adrenaline in my body that it made me do things that I couldn't do normally. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I think you see, when you have something chasing you like a dog or an animal or a lion, I think you can do amazing things, and that's what happened to me. Yes. That's reality. I still have to figure out what happened that day, because I was talking to people like I've known them, for years, and I've done that before. I felt like someone who'd been on an airplane before. I was not nervous. I was not shaking, nothing whatsoever. And, it amazes me. So today, sometimes I get nervous about talking to people like I'm doing right now because I was nervous when I was in that chair, and I'm like, why am I being nervous? I've done things that are really extreme, and you know what I mean. So it can be really tough. But one thing that I want to mention before I finish is I love the hospitality of people of Maine. They've welcomed me. Excuse my accent, and they've made me feel like I'm at home. And there is nothing as important as that, as having someone let you feel at home, because we're so different in many different ways. But I just mentioned to someone we were sitting together the differences that we have. The differences between me and you are the only thing that make us look beautiful when we get together, because I have a different culture, you have a different culture, and when we get together, it makes a very beautiful thing. Thank you.